Was it a good thing that as the game progressed, there seemed to be a better rhythm to it, and guys seemed to have a better idea of what they were doing in the third period than the first period?
I thought we did. Well, I thought we did. I thought as the game went on, we got stronger. And we got a little disjointed in the first period with so many penalties. Did a little running around and didn't protect the puck well. We had chances to keep a puck offensively, and we lost it. Didn't win many face-offs in the first period. Didn't have the puck a whole bunch in that first period. But as the game went on, some good things were there.
Anyone in particular, or as a group, kind of?
You know what? I just don't want to name names because I may forget someone. But as the game went on, I thought we played well. I thought switched the lines around a little bit, and I thought everybody contributed.
John, what were your impressions of Gilroy and Delzato? And did you encourage them to join the play, or is that their nature? Is that just them?
That's their both. It's their nature, and we're encouraging them. Mistakes were made. I thought at times I think both the kids were trying to be a little bit too fine, trying to make the more difficult play instead of a simple one. But they see the ice. There are a couple of kids that are trying to make a play, and it's just not off the glass and back to the other team. So, and one of the plays, the one Kotelik shot wide, we're down 2-1. Gilroy makes a great seam pass there, where usually a young defenseman just buries his head and tries to bang it on the net. So, do we have some things to work on? I thought the kids played well. Do they have some things to work on? Yes, but there were some good signs there with some of our kids.
Is Callahan in the middle a function of a guy not being here, or is it something you might actually take a look at?
It's not so much a guy not being here. It was I thought the other lines were playing well. We tried him in there. He's played it a little bit. It's a little bit of both. Not so much that someone's absent, but I thought the three lines were playing well, and I also wanted to look at him in the middle. And I thought it was a pretty good line. I thought we had a nice flow going there through that second half of the game, and I don't think he's crazy about playing it, but I wanted to try him there.
John, what are your early thoughts on Higgins and where's he going to really fit in for you this year?
I thought Higgins played. I thought he was probably one of our strongest players on the puck, especially the second half of the game. If we're going to be a good team and a competitive team, he needs to be a goal scorer for us. He needs to be a penalty killer for us. He needs to be a top six forward for us. He needs to accept the responsibility of that. And tonight was a good sign. I thought he played really hard on the puck in both ends. And that line, Drury's line, him, Kotelik, and Higgins, I thought in the third period was probably one of our best lines. So he needs to be an important guy if we're going to compete.
Is Grotz a left wing? Is that what you see him as, or can he play, or do you see him as either side, and right now it fits better?
I think he could play both sides. I want to try him on left wing there. I know a number of years ago he played center. He's not a center. He's a wing. He's just got that prototypical winger body, all legs, and he's strong. And he'll in these exhibition games he's going to get a look at both sides.
Did you like him tonight as the game went on?
Yeah. Again, he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting guy because the thing I liked about him is just he lost the puck a couple times, but he battled for it to get it back. He's a big body with some talent. So I look at him in the left wing, and then we're going to try him on the right side a little bit and having him cutting in on his forehand side, coming off that right side. We'll see where it goes. So again, he is one of those guys, as I said this morning, when we cut down. He's probably going to be one of those 9 or 10 guys we have around here, and is going to get a long look in these exhibition games on both positions, Brooksy.
Have you communicated at all with Kotelik about shooting on the power play?
I don't have to say a damn word to him about shooting the puck. He's going to shoot the puck, and I thought that was a nice combination of him and Delzato, a left-hand shot playing the right point, and Kotelik a right-hand shot playing the left point. Delzato had as we've talked about with our power play, you guys always ask me about the power play. That quarterback is an important position in that power play to settle things down, not rush a play, and let the plays happen. I thought Delzato did a pretty good job of that tonight. I think Gilroy is going to be able to do a pretty good job. Now, whether, I'm not saying they're sticking here, but they're going to get a long look. They're going to get a long look here in those type of situations, those offensive positions.
Talk about defenseman. Obviously, you want him to jump up and join the rush. I think there was one play, second period, where Stahl just came right up the middle. I think he had a backhander.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see that, is it coming natural for him yet, or is he still thinking about what he needs?
No, I think it's come, and he's going to get some power play time too. I think when you give a defenseman some power play time, they start feeling more comfortable 5-on-5 getting up the ice. I think it just changes their outlook of the game, and that's something we've put a lot of pressure on Mark about. He kind of barked at me at the end of the year, and he said, I'd like to get some power play time. I shouldn't say bark. He asked me about that, and he's going to get an opportunity there. And it comes down to, we talked about Higgins and responsibility. That's something Mark has to start. We have to start giving him an opportunity so he can accept more responsibility in an offensive situation. There was one time, I'm not sure who was on the ice, when we had, I think it was both Delzato and Gilroy, and Donald Brashear was playing defense. It was a 2-on-1 coming back on Donald Brashear. We'd rather have it that way. We'd rather have it that way and harness it a bit versus trying to talk people into getting up the ice. So we have to do some teaching. We have to go through the process with some of the, especially the two young D, as far as understanding when is a good time. But we'd rather try to harness them than try to force them and keep on telling them to get up. I don't think we're going to have any problem them getting up the ice. We need to teach them certain game situations where maybe they have to stay home at certain times.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.